Hello dear students. In this video we are going to do a revision problem on journal. This will be tested in your first PU midterm and in your final for 12 marks. We'll be doing 5 problems in total, but today in this video I'm going to do problem number 1 and I'm going to share this particular PDF also in my description. So please do download that one and then I'll be solving the solution. My advice to you is, since this is a revision, first try solving it by yourself. Then, if you have any doubts, then please do refer to the video. However, let us start. Now, what is the first transaction? Commence business with cash 28,000, bank rupees 34,000, laptop rupees 62,000, furniture rupees 16,000, building rupees 10 lakh, goods rupees 68,000 and bills payable rupees 68,700. Now this bills payable is your liability. What has happened is the business owner has brought in the personal liability into business, so this bills payable will reduce the capital to that extent. Alright, let us start. Now you know the format of your journal. What is the format of journal? You should always write in the books of journal entries for the month of. I have prepared the format to save our time. Now in this problem, if you notice, I have not given any date, but in the format you should write the date as the format only. Then what is the first serial number? First serial number is this one. What are the transactions that we'll have to do? We'll have to record this capital, this one. So it will be cash account debit. Why? Because cash is an asset, it is increasing, so it is to be debited. Then bank account debit, because this is also an asset, it is increasing. Then laptop account debit, because laptop also is an asset, it is bringing, the owner is giving into business and it's an asset, it is increasing, so debit. Then furniture account debit, same like laptop asset, it is increasing, so debit. Then building account debit. Then goods. Now this goods, whenever the owner gives the goods as capital, we do not call it as goods, we call it as stock. So instead of writing goods account, you should write stock account debit. Be careful about this. This is the one area many students do mistake. It is stock account debit. You need not encircle like this in your exam. Then leave one line because that is for capital to capital account. Why? Whatever the business owner gives to business is capital, and the business owner has given all these as capital, and along with that he is also giving the personal liability called bills payable. So this will reduce the capital amount. We have discussed this problem. Once again I am going to discuss this one. So the amounts are 28,000, then 34,000, then 62,000, then 16,000, then I think 10 lakhs, then 68,000. Now bills payable is 68,700. Now what the capital amount will be the total of this. Imagine if this bills payable was not there, the capital amount would be the total of this. But since the owner is bringing in the personal liability also to the extent of 68,700, after calculating all the assets total, we should minus this because the personal liability is bringing into business and the business need not pay back to that extent. So this particular 68,700 will reduce the capital. To save time, I had already calculated. It will come to 12,08,000. Now the narration, you know, being business started with sundry assets. Or you can even write individually, cash this much, bank this much. But in exam, since the time is limited, I would request you to write it as being business started with sundry assets and bills payable, because there is a credit aspect also, it is bills payable. Now what is this kind of entry? It is a complex entry because there are multiple debit aspects and multiple credit aspects. If there was to be only one credit aspect, it would have been compound entry. But since there are multiple credit aspects, it's a complex entry. Alright. Now in your college they would have taught you to draw one line in the particular column only after writing every journal entry. Now let us move to the next journal entry, next transaction. Sold goods worth rupees 15,000 for rupees 16,800. Remember, we had discussed this one. We do not record the profit or loss on sale. In totality, we record the value of the transaction. We do not measure the profit or loss in it, especially for goods. Now, since they have told it was sold for 16,800, do not bifurcate it. Write in one journal entry, nothing given, so it is a cash transaction. So it will become cash account debit to sales account. Cash account debit to sales account. What is the amount? 16,800. You should not bifurcate. Whenever there is goods that has been sold, even if they are giving you the profit element directly or indirectly, you should not consider it. You should write it as one amount, cash account debit to sales account. The narration will be being cash sales made. The trick to write the narration is just write the transaction but start the sentence by writing being. So you have done first entry, you have done second entry. Now third one, sold goods to Mr. Rakesh, rupees 19,000. Remember in our journal entry, whenever there is a name given or on account given or credits, three things. Whenever there is a name given, only name. Whenever there is on account given, and whenever credit is given, we consider it as credit transaction in our journal entry chapter. So since they have given the name of Rakesh, it is a credit transaction. We have sold goods to Rakesh. That person has not yet paid us money, so that person will become our debtor. Now the entry will be Rakesh account debit to sales account. Rakesh account debit to sales account. 19,000, 19,000. 19,000, 19,000. Being goods sold to Rakesh will be the narration. Being goods sold to Rakesh will be the narration. Then fourth one, I am just putting a tick here. You should not put a tick in your exam. You should not mark anything on the question paper. It should be considered as malpractice. I am just taking this to keep track, and this is a classroom discussion. That's right. Then purchase goods from Mr. Prakash, rupees 18,000 for cash. 2 minutes back I told when they have given only name, it is a credit transaction. But see, in this transaction, they have given the name also, they have given the term cash also. Whenever they have given both, we always give priority to cash. We do not give priority to name. We accountants, we commerce people give always priority to cash only. So it's a cash transaction. The journal entry will be purchases account debit. Your teacher might have taught purchase account, both are okay, to cash account. Why? Because when I am doing purchases, my expense is increasing, and when I am paying cash, my asset is decreasing, so it is credit. What is the amount involved? Amount involved is 18,000. Being cash purchases made will be the narration. Being cash purchases made will be the narration. Now let us move on to the next, this one. All easy, and see, listen, if you have done practice of about 4 to 5 problems, or at least one representative problem, all these journal entries will appear to be very, very easy. But if you are doing this for the very first time, then you are taking a risk. You should have, this is not a full-fledged class, this is just a revision class. Alright? Then fifth transaction. What is the fifth transaction? Rakesh returned goods worth rupees 1,800. Now we had sold to Rakesh. See, in this entry, we have sold to Rakesh 19,000 worth of thing. Now that person is returning back. There may be some defective or something might have gone wrong. That person is returning. Whenever that person returns, it will reduce my income. So it is a loss. So we always write sales return account debit. We had done sales earlier, now that person is returning, so it will become sales return account debit. Always remember, in your first PO, sales return will always be debit, drawings will always be debit, sales will always be credit, capital will always be credit, and purchase returns will always be credit. These 5 things, if you remember, I think you'll get at least about 4 to 5 marks if there are transactions involving in it. Sales return account. Now who is returning? To Rakesh. Why am I crediting Rakesh? To that extent that person will pay me less, and to that extent my asset will decrease. That's why it is to Rakesh account. Narration will be being sales return made by Rakesh. Being sales return made by Rakesh will be the narration. Then sixth transaction. Let me scroll down. Okay. Fifth one done. Sixth one. Cash sales rupees 2,400. Very easy. It will be cash account debit to sales account. In your first PU, sales account always credit only. Do not get confused about this. And many people interchange it in exam tension. No need to take tension. You people know everything. Only thing is you will panic by seeing the length of the paper if it is lengthy. But it will be manageable. Don't worry. The narration will be being cash sales made. I don't think I need to spend time in explaining this one. Then seventh one. Purchase goods from Mr. Rajan, rupees 38,000. So the total purchases is 38,000 and paid rupees 6,000 cash immediately, 2,000 by check immediately, and balance they have not told. This is an indirect way of telling that balance we have not yet paid. The balance will be our liability. We'll have to pay to Rajan. So the journal entry will be purchases account debit. How much is the total purchases? 38,000. Alright, then how much cash did we actually pay immediately? To cash account 6,000. How much of check did we give immediately? To bank account. Do not write check account, it is always to bank account 2,000. Out of 38,000, we have settled off 8,000 immediately. How much should we still pay Rajan? 38,000 minus 8,000. So it will become to Rajan account 30,000. We'll have to pay Rajan in future this amount. So it will become to Rajan account 30,000. Right? So this is the journal entry. Narration will be being purchases made by Rajan and paid cash 6,000 and bank 2,000 immediately. This will be the narration. Then moving on. Eighth transaction. Sold goods to Miss Shelby on account. They have told on account, they have told name. Even if they tell only name, it is credit transaction. Even if they tell only on account, it is a credit transaction. If they tell only credit also, it is a credit transaction. Don't get confused. Name also given, on account also given. What to do? It is still a credit transaction only. Sold goods to Miss Shelby. Listen, you can write even Miss Shelby or Shelby. I will write Shelby. What was the spelling? Shelby. Okay. Shelby. Shelby account debit. All these are my copyrighted problems. I have spent time on this, so do not misuse it, please. To sales account. How much? 18,000. These are all copyrighted material of mine. I'm the one who has created all these things. Anyway, Shelby because that person should be giving us money, and sales because it is an income, it is increasing and it is to be credited. Narration will be being credit sale made to Shelby or being sale made to Shelby on account. Both are accepted. Then ninth journal entry. I'm not writing narration to save time. Till takings. Now till takings is an alternative term for cash sales. So it will become cash account debit. If you do only these 5 problems, your journal entry is done. There is no other transaction in first PU according to me that will trouble you. To sales account. Because these are the most tested ones, you'll be able to manage any problem given in your exam, in your respective colleges. 8,600. Narration will be being cash sales made. You can also write being till takings made. Alright. Then 10th one, deposited into bank. One of the favorite, this one. This is a contra entry. Alright. Now how do you do this one? 10th one. Please mark this as important. In your solution also, I will also mark this as important for you. There are 3 transactions that you should always read or revise before you go to exam. 1. Deposited into bank. Then withdrew from bank. Then withdrew for, there are few journal entries, not just three, there are few. Withdrew for office use. Alright, make note somewhere. I'll repeat. Deposited into bank, withdrew from bank, withdrew for office use, withdrew for personal use, and withdrew for personal use from bank. These 5 transactions are almost similar. Students get confused. Please do not get confused. However, in these 5 problems, we are going to revise all of them. Please mark these as important. You should revise this just before your exams. Then deposited into bank. If I am depositing into bank, my bank account balance will increase, right? So bank account debit. If I have deposited cash only. I have not deposited any furniture. I have not deposited any goods. I will deposit money only from my cash box. My cash will reduce. So to cash account. Bank account debit to cash account. Amount involved is 8,000. Amount involved is 8,000. Bank account debit to cash account being cash deposited into bank or being bank deposit made. Then 11th one. In your exam, ideally there will be about 10 to 11 transactions, but I am going to give more transactions so that we will practice more. Then 10th one done. Return goods to Mr. Rajan. So we have purchased over here 30,000 we have purchased. We are going to return it back. If we are going to return it back, I need not pay to Rajan to that extent, right? So if I am not going to pay, a rupee saved is rupee earned. So purchase returns will be my income. And I need not pay Rajan to that extent, so the liability is decreasing. So Rajan account debit. Liability decrease means debit. Rajan account debit, it is 2,700. How much is my purchase returns? To purchase returns account. To purchase returns account 2,700. Being purchase returns made. Being purchase returns made to Rajan. You can write like this. Narration your respective teacher would have taught you. Accordingly, you please write it. Then the last entry, 12th one. 12th one is the last one. Now, what is it? Paid Mr. Rajan rupees 27,000 in full settlement on account. Now, don't get confused by seeing on account over here. The word paid is there. We have discussed this earlier also. Whenever the word received or paid is given, along with that, even if they tell on account or name, we should give the preference to the word paid and received. Paid is given, so we give the preference to paid word. And if we have paid, has it told by check? No. So it is cash transaction. So it will become like this. Please observe. Rajan account debit. Now we had to pay Rajan 30,000 from the earlier transaction, and we reduced it by 2,700 due to purchase returns. So how much should we still pay Rajan? 30,000 minus 2,700. We have to still pay Rajan 27,300. And since I have told full settlement, we will not be paying any other thing. We are going to make it 0. 27,300. 2. Cash, how much did we pay? We actually paid only 27,000, no? They are told in the problem 27,000 in full settlement. Now, if you observe, there is a difference of 300 in the debit and credit columns. Where did that one go? This is due to discount received, and discount received is an income. To discount received account. To discount received account 300. So this is the way you solve this one, and this is an example of compound entry because there is only one debit and multiple credits. This is an example. No, after this, do not draw a line because this is the last entry. Write total, and then the total of both debit and credit sides should match. Okay, should be equal. After writing this total, draw one big line like this. This is the formality. So please do like this. I'm not going to do the total because it will unnecessarily waste time. You please do the total. It should be matching on both sides. If you have any doubts, please do leave in the comment section of the channel. And if you have any suggestions on what is the improvement that is to be done or which content you want more, please do write in the comment section. See you in the next video. Thank you.